Hey, what's up, Lightbolt Joe here. Today we are going to discuss the 2019 drama film. We'll call it a drama only. It's currently on Netflix right now. I think it was like a film festival release, and then it had a very limited release, and then it just jumped to Netflix. It didn't have a wide release. I only remember hearing about it because Chandler Riggs is in it. I remember he was filming it, and he was posting about filming it way back when. But I love my boy Chandler, but he is in this movie for, I don't know, 15 collective seconds. Like, I felt so bad for him. He's an incredible actor. Give him more stuff. I don't get it. So this movie is about a quarantining virus situation that has gone global, a apocalypse, if you will. An apocalypse? An apocalypse, if you will. There is a comet that is passing by the Earth, and it releases ash. That once it hits the atmosphere, the comet breaks apart a bit, but then the ash of the comet starts spreading a virus that only kills just women. So they start to bleed from their ears and their eyes and their nose, and they start to have seizures and then dead. But some women are resistant to it across the globe, and this is pretty much just an American story. So the U.S. government is now paying males $2 million for any females that are still alive. So it's a weird bounty hunter kind of thing. So you have this couple. Frida Pinto plays Eva. Leslie Odom Jr. plays Will. We know him as Aaron Burr from Hamilton. And Chandler Riggs plays Casey, like I said. A bunch of other people play a bunch of other parts. But Eva and Will, it's basically their story. So Will is dating Eva. Eva is a roommate of another woman, and once the comet comes and the ash comes, the roommate comes back in the house, kind of collapses. They bring her to the hospital. Will figures out that it's just affecting women, so he tries to get Eva back to the apartment without touching the ash, because he's noticing. He's smart, Will. If you don't if a female is touched by the ash, then they can get this virus and die. They named the virus. There's different press conferences because males are still in the world, so it's not like the whole world shut down. It's just dystopian-esque because for some reason men can't rebuild buildings that are exploded. I don't know. It was weird. It was a weird movie. So the news conferences are explaining scientists are test driving embryos, basically, that some are now making it to the second trimester before they fail, within machine wombs, something like that. And I've seen, we talked about I Am Mother and how incredible that was on the biomechanic aspect of developing an embryo in a machine. Yeah, cool, test tubes, but more advanced. I don't know why this particular movie didn't have that concept. It was weird. So there's a lot of back and forth. There's beginning of the outbreak. There's quarantining. There's military breaking into the apartment to try to see if there's any females, realizing there's a female, but they pretend there isn't. That was a weird opening scene. Then there's more back during the quarantine, and there's post of them having to leave the apartment because they've been outed. I hate that. Don't go back and forth. Just give me a linear story, please. Especially if it's dragging. This was what, an hour 34, hour 36 minutes with credits. It was weird. And at the end of through the movie, they're alluding to that Eva got the virus, and then you're okay. And then they take a test, and then it's oh, okay. Well, Will was a carrier of the virus, so it's possible that Eva got the virus from Will. And then at the very end, we see her being a selfish prick, going up to the roof and going like this into the ash. Will worked his ass off for almost a year to make sure that woman was safe and healthy. And she just said, the hell with this. No. Dumb. Very dumb. And then they have to go off gallivanting into a forest, and then that's where Chandler Riggs and his character's father find them and try to hunt them down to get the $2 million bounty. And then Chandler gets knocked out and the dad gets shot at, and then the last we see the characters is the two of them walk to a waterfall in the forest and take a picture, of the date that she's dying. This is a dumb movie. I feel so bad because it's obviously great actors. Like, they're all great actors, but no. Like, if you're giving me a virus is carried from the ash of a comet, that's cool. That's really cool. I'm all for it. But it's killing just women, and men are dumb, and then the surviving women are just selfish idiots. No. Like, no. Give me something. Give me something else. Don't do that. You got ash from a comet carrying a virus, and you're gonna give me selfish pricks dying to expose themselves to the virus. Newsflash, we're kind of living that right now. We have selfish pricks exposing themselves to a current virus, the COVID-19 coronavirus, because they refuse to wear masks in this country. Every other country is fine except America, but federal government is incompetent, and this is what's happening currently for the next so and so months. It's I think that's why I didn't like this movie a lot, is because I see the stupidity in real life, so I didn't want to see stupidity in the fictitious life. C'est la vie. Mucho mahalo.